In late 2024, the share of people aged 65 and older in Korea surpassed 20%, marking the country's entry into a super-aged society. Over the next decade, a decline in labor supply due to population aging is inevitable. And since fewer workers can lead to slower growth, it is crucial to build a labor market where older workers can remain productive for longer. So, is raising the retirement age really the answer? Not quite. In 2016, Korea set a uniform retirement age of 60, but it came with unintended side effects. Early retirement among older workers surged, while young people's chances of getting regular jobs declined. Looking closer at elderly employment, raising the retirement age did increase overall employment rates at first, but its effect diminished over time. In addition, the retirement age extension mainly benefited jobs in unionized large companies, where employment protection is relatively strong, raising concerns that it further deepened the labor market's dual structure. Moreover, looking at the impact of raising the retirement age on youth employment, the employment rate for wage workers fell by 6.9%, and for regular workers by 3.3%. Comparing this with the effect on older workers, estimates suggest that for every one additional older worker employed due to retirement age extension, youth employment fell by 0.4 to 1.5 workers. This decline in youth employment appears to reflect the sudden extension of the retirement age without changes to the wage system. As more older workers stayed on, companies seem to have reduced new hiring as an easier adjustment to contain rising labor costs. In the end, with seniority-based wages and rigid employment practices still in place, simply extending the retirement age may create unintended side effects. If raising the retirement age is not the answer, then what is? In Japan, which entered a super-aged society earlier than Korea, what stands out is that reemployment after retirement was gradually introduced as the main approach to continued employment. Reemployment after retirement means ending the old contract at retirement age and rehiring under a new one. It allows wage adjustments beyond seniority-based pay and makes working conditions more flexible. However, making it mandatory in the short term could bring new side effects. Instead, a phased approach is needed, encouraging voluntary adoption at first through incentives, and gradually moving toward mandatory reemployment obligations for firms. If continued employment for older workers takes root successfully, the decline in labor supply can be eased, reducing the negative impact on GDP by up to 1.4 percentage points. This means that about one-third of the growth slowdown caused by population decline could be prevented. For individual workers as well, continued employment brings clear benefits. Compared with taking government-provided senior jobs during the income gap before receiving pensions, monthly income is expected to be 1.79 million won higher, and pension benefits will also increase by about 140,000 won per month after 65. The issue of continued employment for older workers goes beyond economics. It is also about intergenerational fairness and social cohesion. Now is the time for deeper analysis and carefully designed policies that strike a balance between labor and management and across generations.